Have you ever stood next to a horse and felt it read you before you even moved, before you even spoke? Maybe that's not just your imagination. Maybe it's the first glimpse of something extraordinary, a new kind of communication between species. For centuries, horsemen, shamans, and trainers have described a silent bond, a feeling, a pulse, an intuition that passes between horse and human. But what if that invisible language isn't just instinct? What if it's the foundation of something science is finally beginning to understand? What if the next evolution of our relationship with horses is not physical training, but telepathic understanding? Welcome to HorseSense, where today we explore the future of horse-human connection, telepathy training. Long before neuroscience, people believed communication with horses happened through spirit, through energy and emotion. Indigenous cultures across the world spoke of horses as messengers, able to sense the unseen. Even modern trainers talk about feel, that unspoken awareness when a horse reacts to your thought almost before you act. Is it subtle body language, muscle tension, breath, or something deeper? A shared field of awareness that science has only begun to measure. Horses, as prey animals, evolved with hypersensitive perception. They read intention as a matter of survival. They noticed the flick of an eye, the shift of a shoulder, the emotion hidden in your tone. Over thousands of years beside us, that perception may have crossed a threshold, becoming something almost telepathic. In the last decade, researchers have started asking serious questions about animal consciousness and interspecies communication. Neurocardiology, the study of how the heart communicates with the brain, has revealed stunning findings. When humans and horses interact calmly, their heart rhythms can synchronize within minutes. But it goes even further. Using EEG, electroencephalography, scientists at several universities have recorded brainwave coherence between horse and rider during moments of deep focus or flow. The patterns show brief synchronization in the alpha and theta ranges, the same frequencies associated with meditation and intuitive thought. To put it simply, the human and horse brains start to tune to the same frequency. No wires, no commands, just presence. Skeptics argue this isn't telepathy, only a byproduct of observation. But what if attention itself, focused, calm, intentional, is the transmitter? What if the act of visualizing movement actually sends neural signals, microexpressions, and electromagnetic shifts strong enough for a horse to perceive? This idea isn't science fiction. Our brains emit measurable electromagnetic fields, tiny, but detectable up to several feet from the body. Horses' sensitivity to magnetic fields and subtle electrical changes is far greater than ours. So when you picture turning left, maybe your body and energy already whisper that message, and your horse hears it. Across the world, trainers are quietly testing this frontier. In Australia, Equine-assisted coach Carrie Redman began guiding riders to use meditation before handling their horses. The results were startling. Horses mirrored human breathing patterns, matching inhale for inhale, exhale for exhale. When riders visualized a direction with full focus, no reins, no pressure, many horses responded correctly more often than chance could explain. In Colorado, a neuroscience study placed sensors on both horse and human during Liberty training, no ropes, no halters. When humans held a clear mental image of walking forward, the horses began to move within seconds, despite zero visible cue. When participants were distracted, the response vanished. Is it proof of telepathy? Not yet. But it suggests intention may have a measurable effect on behavior, especially when amplified by emotional clarity. And emotional clarity is key. Horses don't just read thoughts, they read feelings. If your body says calm, but your mind screams fear, the horse listens to the truth beneath the mask. That's why many trainers call horses mirrors of the soul. Telepathy, stripped of its mystique, may simply be deep empathy combined with physiological attunement. Think of it less as mind reading and more as resonance, two nervous systems vibrating in harmony. When we slow down our thoughts, steady our heartbeat, and breathe with intention, horses respond. They step closer, they soften, they trust. It's as if they're saying, "I hear you, but not with my ears." In this sense, telepathy training isn't about supernatural power, it's about heightened awareness. It's mindfulness taken to the next level. It challenges us to refine communication until thought and movement merge into one seamless flow. In the future, wearable technology might help us measure and enhance this resonance. Imagine a device showing live biofeedback between horse and rider, two heartbeats aligning in real time. Imagine trainers using neural headbands to study how visualization changes equine response. We're standing at the edge of a revolution that could redefine training, therapy, even our understanding of consciousness itself. The implications reach far beyond performance. In equine therapy centers, telepathic-style exercises already help trauma survivors reconnect with emotion. Participants are taught to send calm, to project safety through thought and breath. The horses, often rescued themselves, respond with astonishing gentleness. Two beings, both wounded, both wordless, healing through shared silence. Could direct thought communication amplify that healing? If science proves what intuition has always known, that connection begins long before words. We may find new ways to treat anxiety, autism, and emotional trauma. A quiet revolution led not by machines, but by empathy. Of course, every new frontier brings responsibility. If we can influence animals through thought, how do we ensure respect and consent? The goal must never be manipulation, it must be partnership. Telepathy, if real, isn't about domination. It's about listening so deeply that understanding becomes effortless. Perhaps the challenge of this century isn't to make animals more like us, but to make humans more aware, to meet them halfway, in consciousness rather than command. Stand beside a horse at sunrise. Hear the soft exhale, see the slow blink, feel the quiet space between heartbeats. That's communication, ancient, wordless, complete. You don't need a headset or a lab report to sense it. It's already there, waiting in the stillness we so often forget to keep. Maybe the future of a horse-human connection isn't about developing new powers. Maybe it's about remembering the ones we lost: intuition, empathy, awareness. Because long before we spoke, we listened. And horses, patient as time, are still waiting for us to listen again. So as we stand on the edge of science and spirit, one truth remains clear. Connection isn't built through control, but through consciousness. Telepathy may one day give us the tools to communicate with perfect clarity, but the heart has known that language all along. When you quiet your mind and open your presence, the horse will hear you. And in that moment, thought, breath, and motion become one. That's not technology. That's trust. If this vision moves you, if you believe the future of understanding begins not in the lab, but in the heart, then join us on this journey. Subscribe to HorseSense and help us reach 10,000 subscribers as we continue exploring the science, the mystery, and the wisdom behind the human-horse connection. Because the next great discovery won't come from speaking louder, but from finally learning how to listen.